What's up guys and girls, and welcome back to the competitive multiplayer, and I'm joined by David.
Hey everyone, how are we?
It could be better, it could be better. Okay, so I don't know what the hell I was doing. What was I doing? Oh, I was cultivating, wasn't I? So, generally we don't like leaving the gear on the field, but because as you remember from last episode, we didn't quite get finished. I don't think you did either, did you?
No, I feel like I've lost some stuff though.
What do you mean?
Well, I left a trailer full of bales and the trailer's only half full now.
Oh, right, okay. Weird. I've kind of been itching to get back into this. I mean, I've been checking out a map today, and I can't remember what the hell it's called now. It's a Dutch inspired map. You know what I'm like with the Dutch inspired maps.
Oh, yeah, I remember the one we had on 19.
Yeah. Well, this map, basically, it's like a Dutch inspired map, and the drainage ditches.
Yep, that the one we had on 19 was a similar situation.
Yeah, it's not the exact one that was on 19, because I can't remember what the hell that was called.
Neither can I have the top of my head.
Oh yeah, you know that... I was going to wait till a little bit later, but it'll do now. You know that comment you guys made during the F1 stream?
Which one?
The other night? The Nigel comment.
You've now watched the Grand Tour thing, haven't you?
I've now watched it.
So you now get where that joke was coming from.
Yeah.
It was really good, wasn't it?
And it was an interesting episode. Wasn't quite sure on honestly what to make of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the May and his
Crossley.
yeah.
I actually saw a thing on Facebook earlier. Apparently, that car class now is actually up for raffle.
Really?
Yeah.
What, the Cruella de Vil inspired car?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good episode.
It was. I thought it was very well done. Some bit, but yeah, you got where me kept getting comments about blaming Nigel.
Yeah.
I especially loved how they credited Nigel Mansell at the end of it as well.
I think
He looked, his name was in the credits.
I know. I think they had to for the amount of piss take. It was funny though, because he's driving along in that cross lane. The next minute, he even breaks the backup car.
Yeah. When he managed to crash that tiny little crossley into the barrier coming out of the port, it was like the smallest car imaginable, and he somehow manages to
hit a barrier. Yeah. Do you think they had to deal with the police then?
Oh, they will have done well, but they had Amazon's checkbook behind them, so things like that really aren't an issue.
Well, and for entertainment value, they said discarded when they probably did. Because I don't think they wanted to get... I mean, it was funny at the beginning. It's like, oh no, we can't go here, we can't go there because I'm banned and all this.
Did you notice as well? I pointed out to him, I pointed out, I noticed, it wasn't their hands pointing at the map. Do it with
No.
women's hands pointing at the map because it had nail varnish on and all sorts.
I thought Jeremy Clarkson actually had nail varnish on.
Not, it was like bright pink nail varnish and pointing at the map, so it wasn't their hands, it was obviously some...
Oh, I did bring the baling equipment across.
Are you going to try and keep your vehicles out of the river this time?
I'm going to try to keep my vehicle out of the river, yeah. Has this actually changed or not? That would be, I think, the list.
Oh god, these bales are only like a quarter fermented.
Yeah. There's one thing that kind of does annoy me a little bit.
Slice of fish?
No, it's the fact that, you know, from the used vehicle market, you know, I can basically customize a vehicle. I think...
I know, I kind of get that. I think you shouldn't be able to.
With that, you shouldn't... I don't think you should be able to do that.
You could add like fifth wheels, God, I'm in the wrong game. Front load and stuff. You shouldn't be able to like upgrade engines and things.
Yeah.
No, I fully get what you're saying there.
Yeah, I still think with that you
No, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you there.
it just feels a bit like, well, how is it used if...
Like I said, I get that you could like maybe like change like I say you could have like front load attachment to it.
Yeah.
It's like how you can repaint things you got second hand. To me, they should be sort of, unless you're willing to pay a lot of money to have them resprayed.
Yeah. It's just the way it is.
I suppose, yeah. Because the used vehicles, don't forget, was something we only really added in 22, which was a welcome addition.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember it was fun with our mods, so we haven't only got 4 in the game at a time. Because I have before I used to start games and literally get it was with the exception of a couple of pieces of equipment, literally got everything I need off the used vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can usually find at least one of the beauty of the way we have, you usually find at least 1 or 2 tractors. Well, in this series, I've got a nice big. Well, you know what I've got because you watched my footage since.
Yeah. The T7.
Yeah, it was a good size used tractor. This thing, he says that, folks, and I honestly, until I see his footage, which I won't see until he uploads it publicly, he'll see mine when he comes to a bit of editing, but...
Yeah.
I'm not going to... I know I could probably look in the background the channel to see it, but I'm not.
Right, well, crap.
What have you broken?
It's not what I've broken, it's basically my seeder I had. And I will tell you, my seeder I had wasn't direct. So it was...
You're gonna have to Well, you were cultivating that field last time. That's what you did when you
Yeah, but
round your tractor.
yeah, no, but it's only gone down as a seed bed.
Yeah,
And
but you should be able to drill on that. A non-direct drill should be able to drill on a seed bed.
yeah, it didn't work. Um,
No, you've got problems. I was hoping these bales would be done in this episode.
yeah.
I'm going to pile them up in my yard and just get on with something else. I was hoping to sell these to start my episode.
I mean, that's... I forgot I left the engine running. Don't leave the engine running.
Oh, I do. I know it burns a little bit of fuel, but I ain't that overly worried. I mean, I'd like to think if this competition then does come down to that being the difference, then wow.
What?
Like, we get that close that literally, like, one of us wins by, like, just a few £100, like what a tank of fuel would have been or something.
No, it's that... When I went, that's not a good idea, was the fact it was the turning of the shot. Oh, look, bloody train's coming across now. God damn it. Ooh, holy crap, train.
You get trained.
No. That loading in, then just proper dropped me, frame-wise. Which it shouldn't do. Not another friggin' hell I'm running, but forget, we're running on the server. Right. Pick up my trailer. This shop is shit. No offense to the map maker, but
It's tight, innit?
could you made a less tighter shop?
Well, he could have done, but then he wouldn't have had you suffering like you are, so... Anybody watching my screen now, I'm not sure if this is going to work myself, but I'm giving it a go.
You just give me a timestamp.
14. Oh, nearly.
Can balls. What button? Yeah. Okay. acting stupid country already.
Why, what have you done now?
It's not what I've done, it's what I bought.
I dread to think.
I don't usually like them, but... Yeah, you know that cheap Terror track?
God.
So I have now two incredibly powerful tractors. Well, the range. What are they? 305 and 355?
Fair enough.
I'm buggered for front loader wise, but I'm not bothered about the front loaders yet.
Oh, for God's sake.
What? You're having difficulties and I can't wait to see that.
No, not really. No, this wasn't to do with that. I just, when I set a worker off to go and drive back to a field, and literally as he pulled out the yard, I saw an AI car coming, and just knew it was going to be in the perfect place.
So basically, you had another incident where you had a crash.
Didn't have a crash. He just got stuck facing it and just sat there with his beacons on, going, "I am blocked by an object." And of course, we're not allowed to use super strength in this series, just to bust them out.
The one rule I will say to the super strength is if there's anything in the shop that is too close to the fence.
Super strength is free. Yeah, I will agree with that because I've had that where you bought big equipment.
If you buy something that's big and you can't, like, for say you buy, I don't know, a stupid head, you get a real big field and then you buy that. I don't know, 45-foot header or whatever it is.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And
I was thinking we might at some point actually give the shop a front loader or a telehandler.
And it gets too close to the fence, then.
Yeah, I'd be willing to agree with that.
That's the only time I would allow. Super strength.
Right. And like I said, I think mine will still applies if any problems, I feel like we did last time with yours. If an AI does it, we'll check it, both of us will probably allow super strength, but because you did that one to yourself, a reset seemed a fairer punishment.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying that they never ever fix that.
The what?
Texture.
I think you can get some mods now that change the textures on certain things. And...
You got my other message, did you, about court farms?
Yeah, I've seen it anyway because I'm a member of that group. It's now gone to Giants for testing, so hopefully a couple of weeks or so. Although it depends, because if we're gonna be doing this one for a bit yet, so we won't be doing another series for quite a while.
No, just it depends what. If I decide to do it.
What are you thinking, that being your single player?
Thinking about it. Oh, I just cocked that up completely.
I'm still enjoying the Valley of the Old Farm at the moment, so.
Well, I was thinking, I originally thought Calm's done, but then I was like...
Been done.
Perfect single player, never
I know it never. Saying that, you could always try and go back to HOT.
There is that.
It is a nice map, it just had such a... I'll tell you what, the new what is, because it's redone the farmyard completely.
That's why you have to have a new...
And it does look nice, it's made a really It's a lot. I'd say it's a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
You've now got a second entrance off the main road. You don't have to go through that tiny little village or down a very narrow.
Thank God. Because getting a combine round there wasn't fun.
No, tell me about it.
I just realised
What
I've
have you got?
screwed up yet again.
What have you done?
Well, I bought the usual go-to seeder and then completely forgot. Oh yeah, this thing takes fertiliser as well. So I'm gonna have crap yield right now.
Well, at least we're not running precision farming, so you've not got that
No.
side to contend with. That's convenient. I had exactly 2 full trailers worth of bales.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm sure I left the trailer fully loaded yet. When I got to it tonight, it was busy.
From what I saw on during the ed, it wasn't full. So I don't know. I didn't fill this cedar up. Okay. I'm surprised you haven't been going back for a bloody BBC iPlayer.
When I get a chance, I probably will. And
Just with adding all the Red Dwarf back on.
yeah, now. Just me and her tried to start. We tried to really watch about 5 of them. That new Full Monty series last night.
Nah.
What?
I saw it and I thought,
It had the potential. I don't quite know what they're. It took them 5 episodes to even reference the original.
did it? Yeah.
Yeah, 5 episodes in before they actually even somebody commented about the original. Like, they seem to have taken it as the opportunity to. Every episode is trying to tackle the big social issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're doing that, but they seem to be doing it. It's almost. As I kept saying to her, I just couldn't see what reference it had to the original series. It's as if they've tried to use the name. Thinking, oh, people are watching, so got that name to it, yet in reality it actually bears no reference to it.
Well, the original was a movie, not
Yeah, the usual was a movie, yeah, the usual was a really good movie.
not a series. I mean, from what I saw in the trailer of it, it was like, yeah, Robert Carlyle hasn't aged well.
A lot of but he used it looks worse. I forget his real name. Played Denzel in Only Fools and Horses.
Oh, yeah. I forget his name.
I don't actually, but you know what I mean. You know, yeah, I'll let people make their own decisions, but like I said, to me, it struck me as if somebody had managed to get hold of the IP to a name and was determined to use it, rather than somebody had a good idea that actually followed on from the original story.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean with it. Did you get a chance to see any like the Glastonbury highlights?
The only thing I've sat and watched most of the Foo Fighters set.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've watched. I heard the Guns N' Roses set was awful.
Well, apparently that was classed as Elton John's last.
Supposed to be his last thing in England, isn't it? Certainly.
Thing that made me laugh though. Domino's were delivering pizza by jetpack. By a dude on with a jetpack. And he got invited on the stage during Elton John's Rocket Man.
I was going to say, if he wasn't American, they just shot him down.
But no, apparently, like I said, Domino's were using this guy to deliver the pizza from Glastonbury. Well, it's an interesting way, but it won't take off.
Boom, boom. Okay, once again, I've just had 2 stacks of bells disappear off my trailer.
You're not hit. We haven't got a bail limit on it though.
No, we haven't done.
That's a little strange.
If that's the case, I've lost 12 bales in 2 episodes. That's...
Yeah.
And I have video footage to prove I had them, so I could be having those added back in.
Oh, you
which
can
I don't think is unfair.
You can
I'll
you
do
can
it.
hand them in.
We'll review video evidence before we... But yeah. Yeah, they're not on the field anymore. I literally fully loaded the trailer, set the trailer on a worker off, and they were strapped down, so they've not fallen off en route. And by the time it got to the farm, 6 of them were missing.
That's odd.
It's really freaking odd.
Because the server would... Because we're running this on the server, usually we have no problems.
You're telling me?
Is it the trailer? Or are you using
No.
the standard in game?
I'm using that. Oh no, they're back up. They've reappeared again now. Nope. Right, folks. 27 minutes on my recording.
Yeah.
I'm reversing away from my farmyard now. As I get a certain distance away, the bales will appear, but as I get closer, they disappear.
So it's like they're there, but they're not there.
Yeah. From here, well, right this second, the trailer looks full. As I drive closer, yep, one set's disappeared, second set's disappeared.
So is that a visual?
Yeah, but if they've disappeared, then what can I don't know they're there, do I? So what can I can't.
But is it... Are they registering?
The straps see them there, the straps are sort of round.
But are they registering on the game as they're counted on the trailer?
Yeah, I'd say so.
That sounds visual then. Which is bizarre.
You're telling me?
I've not done any baling work. We
But
haven't had...
the trailers see them, but I can't hook onto them. If I try and drive with my bale spike, my bale spike's going straight through them. We'll see. I'll leave it for now.
It's a bit
If
strange.
I load 12 silence bales,
Yeah, it's going to be expensive.
it's a tad. But anyway, let's leave it for now, can't we?
Because we haven't... I don't know. Because I've not... Like I said, I haven't done any baling work since we had the hay and...
No. I don't know, I'll forget about it now, I'll get on with things for now. We can review this video episode, I'll let you review the footage. And if you agree, I can sue. You can EDC spawn me some.
Yeah, because I'm not, like I say, I haven't done any baling work since, oops, wrong button. Why did that bring that up? Pressed the
What did
wrong
you
button.
do?
I brought the bloody chat box up. I wasn't supposed to bring the chat box up.
It's here.
Yeah, but I meant to press Y to change my seed.
Okay.
I accidentally caught it, so that's a good start.
Right, so my thinned out bale collection can sit over here for now.
Don't know whether I should be excited or going to be disappointed for this weekend.
On the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Austria, you know. It won't be as exciting as the end of our race, definitely, or the end of our sprint, certainly.
If you've not seen that, go check out the live stream section on the channel and look for Race Week Austria.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made a stupid mistake going into one of the corners, turned too tight, smacked into the wall. I was out at this point. There was a bit of a battle going on between Alan and David, and it did not end well for one of them. And it
Don't know
was...
what you're talking.
Is this your gear up here?
Seed, a bag of seed and fertilizer.
Yeah.
Yes. So it literally spawned right in your way.
I'm just wondering, because I'm going to have to wait for you to come get it, because I need to get some... I need to spawn in some...
No, there's a nice big area there. You'll be able to spawn in.
Because I need to spawn in some seed and fertilizer myself.
Oh, I got a tractor coming for it now. You set off there as well. I finished charging up over here. Oh, you blithering idiot.
Who's a blithering idiot?
The AI. It's not even got fully off my yard yet. I already managed to trip over a BMW.
Fair enough. I hear a tractor. Is that you or is that AI?
AI for now. I'll come up in a
Ooh, okay. He doesn't know where he's going. He's currently in a farmer's field of corn.
It's not my field, so I'm not worried.
Wow, he took a long thing over the train tracks. He's now at the shop.
So give me a second. Oh, somebody's got a classic contraption.
Hmm. Which seed is that? Just out of curiosity. Is that one of the new ones? No, it's a pot injector.
No, it's in game. It was basically it was the first one on the list that came up with direct drill capabilities.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the only reason I got this one.
Yep. I bet that's not even filled it though.
About halfway.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, I don't know if you can actually nick each other's bloody...
I don't think you can. They come up with your name on.
Do they?
If you go over to one of them bags now, it will say belongs to G1911's farm.
Don't know. Have a look. Oh yeah, it does. Oh, okay, interesting.
I'm going to leave that little bit back there because I have no way of picking it up right now. So we should explain to the people the change to the loan system we've introduced.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a mod that I've been running single player that I told Chris about that I think he happened to find when he was looking around earlier. Basically, the way mod loans work in the standard game was always a little bit silly to me. This mod makes them work more like real life.
I'll do. So you select the amount you want to borrow and how long of a term you want to borrow. I don't know.
You can pay them off sooner, by the way. You can make special payments.
Yeah.
If you come into a good amount of money to pay them off, but the standard ones in game were a bit silly because you never actually paid the loan off. If you just let it roll, you just paid interest.
Yeah, that's it.
Whereas at least with this one, number one, you know exactly what it's going to cost you because it tells you. So you know, you take out a loan, you know you're going to need 11 grand every night in the bank. And every other night for us, because we're running 2-day months.
Yeah, so it's like 22 grand.
No, I think it would be 11,000 a month, so it'd be like 5 grand a day you need. That's based on, it depends how much you borrow and how long.
Yeah, but if depends what you've set it as, because you can set the default amount.
Yeah, I leave it as variable because it adds that little bit of element.
I can actually get this bloody field finish, this other field finish I want to do.
Probably not.
Bloody hell!
What have you managed to do?
I always do that. I keep missing the sodding turning.
Right, I am very close to the bone on money right now, so I have to be a little bit careful for the rest of this episode. I may have slightly overstretched myself a little here. I see me taking out a loan just to survive.
Let's do that. That. Do. Right. How much would it cost me for? Okay. I'm actually not gonna. I'm actually gonna use up one of my leasing options.
Don't forget they are there.
I know.
Maximum 2 per time. He's leasing himself. I can see on the map. I have a good idea what it is. I don't know exactly which one, but that's an interesting option.
interesting option for what?
Say you've gone for a front loading shovel. Because you find the symbol on the map. There's your telehandler.
It's a little front loader.
Oh, right.
Do you know the shiffers?
Yeah.
One of them.
Okay. You could have just kept the massive Ferguson I gave you at the start, but
Yeah.
do you.
Yeah, but it's on lease, and this is cheap enough to lease.
Just watch with them, they're quite light, so depending on what you're planning to pick up.
This is not picking up anything heavy. This is just pallet moving.
He's got pallets to move already.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
What?
That's alright. I see
You-
what you've been doing.
You know what I've done, probably.
The map does kind of give it away.
Oh, right, okay.
You've obviously not been behaving.
Yeah, so I've got pallets to move.
Funnily enough, I got chickens in the first episode, I'm going up to...
I know
Well, the
you
lizard,
caught
yeah.
chickens in the first episode.
I decided early on to get myself some chickens.
The only thing that's... The only thing that sort of annoyed me a little bit is... I had an idea of what I was going to do, but then... Because there's no... I'll get round to it eventually.
What I will say, this is a piece of advice I'll give you for nothing. When it comes to the end and we do the big sell-up,
Yeah.
you can sell productions you have placed, you cannot sell the on-map productions.
That's what that means I can sell one production on place then.
No, but that's what I'm trying to tell you is if you buy the in-map grain mill that's there now,
Yeah, you can't
you
sell
can't
that.
sell it. But if you place one, you can sell it.
Hmm.
And obviously when we come to the end, it's going to be a case of sell everything you can sell and however much money you've got is your total. That's
Yeah.
a little bit of, that's what I was thinking when I was looking at things. I realised if you go and buy all the in-map productions, you're not going to get that money back. Whereas at least I think you don't yourself for half the price you pay to place them, but at least if you place one, it will sell again.
Yeah. Taking that can sit there for now, because... Right, how is... Well, at least he's not sunk it yet, so that's a good thing.
It's alright, at least with cosplay, the AI is at least a random. That's it, all the problems I have with AI generally isn't the cosplay one, it's when I'm using the default in-game one just to take something on the road. There's one thing I missed from cosplay, the cosplay 19, how you could pre-record routes for it just to follow. Apparently you can with auto drive, but I can't, I looked at it and I can't figure it out.
I never got my head around auto drive. That was the weirdest thing.
But yeah, on 19, I would literally just pre-drive routes, record them, and then just set the AI. Say when I was doing that big home walls farm, I had the entire map as one big one-way system for the AI.
Yeah.
Go to a field, fill up, put it on a route, it takes the stuff to the silo, unload it, bring it back.
Where's...
My car, dude.
Yeah, how much would... Wrong one. How much would that cost?
I don't know if it's like, he's there looking at how much this costs, and I'm here looking at my bank balance thinking, I literally don't have the money to buy anything right now.
So that would only cost that much, but then that would do me down, but then I can't get the equipment I need to do it. I have the equipment to do it, apart from 2 vital pieces of equipment to do that.
I did love as well. I remember from the first episode, I remember hearing you spending ages looking through the used vehicle shop for a square baler. There was one in the used vehicle shop at the start of the day.
What, today?
No, yes, when we did the first episode.
Was there?
Yeah, another one's because I bought it.
That's why I couldn't have it then.
Yeah, I got there before you.
This isn't a lot. I don't think.
Oh, if I can get enough money together, that'd be a handy thing to have. I'm guessing you've given back a seeder and a cultivator and seeder because they're there with like half an hour on them in the used vehicle section.
Yeah. What's the cheapest? I could do it. That'll work. And it only needs 40 horsepower. Screw it, let's do it. Right, where is a tractor?
The tractor shop.
Bit overkill for this.
You know, they're using like a freaking quad track for like a tiny little plough or something.
No, John Deere for a bloody mower.
It's as bad as me and my first ever Elm Creek save, where I think I was about four or five in-game months into the save. Was doing all that, and then I'd started with all the in-game equipment. So it was all set around like, you got that old John Deere, didn't you, with that map? What did the used vehicle section throw for 62% off but a Fendt 1050?
So we bought it.
And I could just afford it, so I spent like 2 years, in-game years, towing around that tiny little 3-meter cultivator with a Fendt 1050. Fair to say, it didn't have any problem pulling it.
No. So, in terms of...
In terms of terms,
do we know if there's a thumper out there yet?
I haven't seen one. There's kind of, there is a, I think it's the 4755, which is sort of the same vintage, but no, there's not a 4040 or a 4440 or a 4840 out there yet.
No.
We've got the 390T.
Oh, I know we've got the 390T. I know we have it.
Because we had one on Hills of Tuscany.
Yeah. Somebody's going to bitch at me and moan at me for doing that. If you're wondering what I'm on about, basically I drove right through the fence.
Oh, I've been doing that a lot, don't I? So what do you think? I think I asked you obviously what do you think of the new, obviously we've got a new map coming, new crop types.
I'm looking for
November, wasn't it?
14th November.
Yeah.
Basically, same time, around the same time Platinum released.
Yeah, and you've also got that premium edition for those that don't have Platinum or the season passes.
If if you want, you know, if anybody wants to buy the premium edition, it's basically you get all the content from year 1 and year 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a European map, which is okay. That means it's going to be two maps a piece. If you think about it, because we've already got an American map.
Yeah.
Then we had Silver Run, which was American.
Yeah, and then we have obviously Hot Baylor and Ellengrat, which are 2 Europeans. We're going to take a 3 European and 1 with 2 American out.
Yeah, but that doesn't bother me that it's another European map.
No, well, I'll be honest with you, personally prefer European to American.
I like
Silver Run wasn't bad, but it was forestry, that wasn't really a farming map.
no.
Elm Creek's not terrible, but I'm not a big fan of these American, they just have loads of massive square fields. I like a little bit of interest, a little bit of detail.
Yeah, because Hurt Baylor was.
I always thought that's sort of French.
It was still a European map.
Yeah, saying Ellengrat,
Ellengrat was the Alpine.
like Swiss Alps, yeah.
From
19, or was it 22 as well?
Yeah, from the previous game. And we didn't. That's the thing. There is always Erlengrad to do.
Did we look at it? I think we looked at it in
We
19,
looked at it, but we didn't do a lot with it.
we could always have another. Yeah, that's more to add.
Because if you remember, there's a lot. It was a lot of grass.
Yeah. Now with that hay and forage pack that got launched,
I
and
don't
of
know
course
what-
we've got this apparent creative mesh stuff maybe coming up. Looks
I
like a
don't-
redo of Pro Harvest again.
That's what I believe so, having by looking at that picture that I sent you.
Which if you were, I remember the series we did on Sussex Farms on it actually was an interesting gameplay with it.
Depends
Right.
on price and depends what they do. They're gonna have, if they're gonna bring it into this game, they've got to do something slightly different
Yeah.
with it.
I must admit, I still have more pumps and hoses because to me it doesn't really offer. The only thing I might use out of it is the like the modular BGA stuff. The actual like running the hoses for slurries.
Now I have pumps and hoses, not done a lot with it because I do want to try it though.
Well, I mean, I'll keep an eye on it. If it ever goes on sale and everything, I might pick it up.
But what I'm thinking is next version of the game that ever releases, I'm going Steam. I'm not going to go collector's edition or anything like that again.
Yeah, I must admit, I've stayed Steam this time.
Just because, I mean, okay, I'm not going to fault Giants for this. You get a download limit. On their portal, you get limits to how much you can use your certain keys. Now, long story short, I had FarmSim installed on the computer, but I had to reinstall Windows when I got my repair and upgrades and God knows what else. I come to re-put FarmSim on. Basically the key went out got to its limit, basically. So I contacted Giants, and within 10 minutes of me sending said email, I got an email back saying we've added more to your key.
So it's easy enough for them to do.
Yeah, which was, you know, it's good enough of them to do. They could be complete hassles and basically not do it. You know what I mean? Not honour honour them and do it. You do have to send them, obviously, proof
Proof that you've actually bought, which is understandable.
that you've bought the game. So, and I sent a screenshot of the email saying, you know, this was when this is when it was purchased, what edition was purchased. So, yeah. But that's the only problem I've ever had with it. I mean, me and you and Alan, we've always been fans of Farm Sim. I mean, we used to play on console, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I used to like playing it on console. It was easy for just picking up and playing. The PC is really, but the thing that used to annoy us about console, and still would annoy me about console, is the square limits.
Oh yeah.
I remember we used to have the square limits that we used to stick to, and we always got very close to square limits.
I often joke now, it's amazing how these things imprint in your brain, that I have a real dislike of class equipment. And it's simply because, do you remember, because class stuff came as like a separate DLC, didn't it, on 70?
Yes.
And was really high square count for what it was.
Yeah. Then I think they altered the square count on it. After that many people bitched.
I remember when it first came out, it was literally,
it was heavy.
When your average tractor was like 20 odd squares, a lot of them were 60 or 80.
Yeah, they were heavy. It was a heavy square count on them.
And it just left me with a dislike of them, because when you were playing on console again, especially when you were using mod maps.
Yeah.
Because obviously a mod map took square. I think it was 1200 on it, the square limit.
Can't remember, but that even the assets on a mod map took square count.
A map could be 500 or 600.
Yeah.
So if your then tractors took 100, you quite quickly, especially if you would quite quickly hit your limits.
Yeah.
Now, even though that's not a problem to me anymore, it's still in my brain a little bit.
Well,
I don't know why.
It's okay. So to sort of say where you say it's not a problem anymore.
Oh, I know if you overload a map with equipment, it will just lag out.
Yeah.
I know that.
You'll get to limits of your performance.
Yeah, but that these days, there's not like a physical limit, it's just when your machine can't.
When your machine can't cope. I mean, this is sounding stupid. I wouldn't like to push this machine to its extreme.
Well, if you got yours using, I think mine would have died long before yours would have done.
Yeah. I tell you what, if I had the money, I wish I had $2.5 grand. Lovely gaming laptop.
Oh yeah, the new Acer stuff looks nice, doesn't it?
It is an Asus one, but it's like got an Nvidia, whatever it is in it, 30 something in it, 30 something, I think it's 3060 Ti. Which doesn't bother me, it'd be a down step from what I'm running in this, the memory would be alright on it, but it'd be for something if I'm not at home, because the laptop I'm on and we do... I know this is sound crazy, I'm already sat here with the laptop open, but I know that the laptop I have here is not a gaming machine, even though it is, you know, it's Ryzen 3 with Radeon graphics. It's not actually. This was never intended to be a gaming laptop. It was intended just for. It's intended and still is is a business laptop for me. It's so I can manage things while I'm not on my main machine.
Well, you're sunning yourself on a beach somewhere. Near YouTube towers.
But if I wanted a game laptop, I have seen one, but I've also, like, for creativity wise, I've also seen is it the Asus ZenBook Duos?
I'm not familiar with that off the top of my head.
Basically, it's it's a laptop, but then it has an extra bit at the bottom, an extra screen at the bottom, which folds up.
Alright.
Or folds down. And if you're using, depending on what program, it puts certain things at the bottom, so you can just tweak and adjust stuff like that way. But I looked at some of the prices on them, and yeah, no thanks. One of them is about stupid money. About what I paid for my main machine, put it that way.
I know they can get up there. See that my laptop wasn't cheap, like mine's a few years old now, so mine probably doesn't hold much.
Do you still even use that?
Yeah, I use it when I'm not home, basically.
Well, that's what I meant. That's why I'd like a gaming. That's why I would, I'd like a gaming laptop to be able to do that rather than just having what I've got. This, like I said, this one, the other one that I've got now, I've just mentioned, is the business laptop. So it does what it can do, and it has. It, I'm not complaining. Does podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does that, lets me put the podcasts available on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Samsung Podcasts. I'm just gonna plug it. It allows me to do that. I'd like, if possible, I'd like to need to get a sit down with you.
Yeah.
Before the next one.
Okay.
But I need to go through what I told you about the other night.
Yeah, no problem.
And I keep forgetting. Where is... There it is. Always makes me worry, this bloody John Deere. Even though it's just been... Even though I had to give it a quick service. When it starts up...
It's a bit smoke out something.
No, it does the animation, it does the sound loop like it's not going to go the first try. Do you know what I would really like to see? And this is...
breakdowns and stuff.
Well, apart from breakdowns, the ability... If you get... maybe ability to get punctures.
Yeah.
Or is that just taking it too far? No, what I was actually on about...
Make it a toggleable option once you show them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ability just to get failures, maybe the tractor won't start, and then you'd have to have an inbuilt option to tow, or at least a winch. But maybe one day you start the game one morning and it's a low, like a 1 in 200 chance, just to make sure it didn't happen to you all the time. But your tractor just won't start. You take it to a service point and there'll be like a £500 fix.
Yeah, or it's December, or it's been snowing, for example. Been really cold temperatures. You've accidentally left your tractor outside in the yard, and you have to do a cold. You have to do a cold start on them. I don't know if you've ever seen anything do cold starts, have you?
Yeah, I know it's not.
But just like something like a cold start feature. I know that it's venturing on realism, but if they want to turn this a little bit...
Well, considering it's got a simulator in the name.
Yeah, but if they,
I mean, this is a simulator where I've collided with a van and bounced off it like the van's made of concrete and my harvest is made of paper.
I know, I understand they want to try and keep the E rating, so that's why you literally phase through wildlife. I'm not